What's going on, everybody? My name is Justin Gaming. So now that I've talked about a few of the games that impressed me the most at this year's E3, I figured I'd talk about some of the games that ended up not being there. And as you can see by the title today, I'm going to be talking about Sucker Punch's new game. So, before E3, everybody was expecting that by now Sucker Punch would announce their new game because it's been almost 3 years since we've last heard from them, because the last time they released a project was Infamous First Light, which is the standalone story expansion for Infamous Second Son that came out in August of 2014. So yeah, it's been almost 3 years, and you know, I still remember even at PSX 2016, many people had already expected that Sucker Punch would announce their new game there. That obviously didn't happen, so people expected, 6 months later, by now, E3 2017, Sucker Punch has to announce their new game, and they still haven't. So, I think it's safe to say that Sucker Punch is working on a new IP, because if it was a new Infamous game, I don't think it would take 3 years to reveal a new game in a series that has already been established, unless they were making like drastic changes to the entire franchise with like different gameplay mechanics and everything like that. But personally, I still don't expect that. I think that it has to be a new IP, which is something that is interesting to me, because even though I enjoyed the Infamous games, I played Infamous Second Son and First Light and thought they were both super fun. I platinumed both of the games. I think that Sucker Punch has the talent to do something else. They're a very talented studio. They can make other games. They have a wide range of talent. So I think that it's definitely really interesting. I think they can be kind of compared to something like Guerrilla Games, where Guerrilla, they worked on Killzone for literally like a decade, I believe. It was like super long time. And, obviously we saw that they got to move on. They got to make Horizon Zero Dawn, and it was totally worth it, because even though Horizon was like a completely different game from Killzone, it was worth it because, they got to make something new, and in the end, Horizon was a great game, one of the best PS4 exclusives so far. And yeah, I think Sucker Punch could end up doing the exact same thing. From what we've seen from their job listings, we still know the game is still going to be like an open world third person game with combat. So, it's type in the same type of genre, I guess, as Infamous, but it would be cool to see them do something new rather than another Infamous game. And yeah, as I said, I think it's safe to say now that they're working on a new IP. If you add the fact that, Shinobi 602, who is a very trusted gaming insider in the gaming industry, he even said it himself that they're working on a new IP. So yeah, I guess, it's kind of hard to say what they're working on, but obviously this year at E3 2017, everyone was expecting it, and I think most of us can agree, even though what they showed off was super great. We got more footage of games like Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, Days Gone, God of War, Detroit Become Human. Yeah, everything was super awesome. It's just that the conference was super short, and they really didn't have that many new announcements. Like, the only new announcements other than the PlayStation VR games was Monster Hunter and Shadow of the Colossus remake. So, I feel like that's where they kind of lacked. And Shuhei Yoshida, who is like one of the head guys at PlayStation, he actually talked about it, how he's saying how they held back from this year's E3 potentially for later conferences in the year where they could show off more games, like at PSX or like Paris Games Week. And I think Sony kind of learned from what they did previously, because if you look at last year at E3 2016, they announced so many games. They announced Days Gone, they announced God of War, they announced Death Stranding, Spider-Man, the announcement of Crash Bandicoot Remaster, and then at PSX we got the announcement of The Last of Us Part 2 and Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. So I think it's good in a way that PlayStation's kind of focusing on, games that are coming out soon, because many people are complaining that, what's the point of announcing these games so early if they're not going to be coming out for years away? Like, Detroit Become Human, that game was announced in 2015. It's crazy, because 2015 at Paris Games Week, we got the trailer, and we got another trailer at E3 2016, and once again this year, we got another one at E3 2017. And the thing is, we still don't have a release window for that game, which is absolutely ridiculous. We've seen it for 3 years now, and we still don't even have a release window. I still think the game's gonna come out next year, probably like second half of 2018. But yeah, I just think that games like those, they really need to get a release window. Same thing with Days Gone. We saw the trailer and gameplay last year and also this year. That game has to come out next year. So, oh yeah. Anyways, back to Sucker Punch. I guess it's been quite a while since we've heard from them, and I guess now we just have to wait another 6 months because I really don't expect this game to be announced any other time of the year other than E3 and PSX. And I still remember at PSX 2016 when I said the exact same thing. I said, the game wasn't announced at PSX 2016. I guess we're just kind of have to wait 6 months for E3 2017. Well, here we are, and still no announcement of the Sucker Punch game. So they really are taking their time with this. I guess in a way it's good. At least they get to take their time and make this a better game, really focus on quality rather than just pumping out a game as fast as possible. So yeah, that's good to see. But yeah, of course, we don't really know what the game is going to be. I guess we're just going to have to wait until PSX, as I said. So yeah, if you're looking forward to the upcoming Sucker Punch game, make sure to, of course, stay tuned on the channel because I am covering the game. It's one of my Sucker Punch is a studio that I really enjoy, and I'm going to be covering their new game, whether it be a new Infamous game or a new IP. I'm going to be covering the game all the way from its announcement all the way to its release. So yeah, if you're super excited for the upcoming Sucker Punch game, make sure to subscribe down below. And with that, I'd like to thank you a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.